Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on a Sunday. We're definitely a little early on the time today because it's going to be a little short show. I'm rolling out. Going to a little Sugarland. Watch a little minor league baseball. It's bobblehead day. You know, I like my bobbleheads. Not really much for me. My daughter seems to like them. Got a whole shelf full. They're growing. I think next week we have bobbleheads and a Jeremy Pena replica jersey giveaway. So, busy time ahead. Anyway, let's try bring the bell here. Facebook, YouTube channels, winner free picks, picks and parlays. Also, the old school Sean Higgs page. If you're down with the sickness, you can go check out videos from a decade ago. We got some baseball card stuff. I'm going to be adding a baseball card video this week through Retro Wax. I'll give their thing out when I do that. I'll strictly be on the Sean Higgs channel if you want to see some old 80s cards. Anyway, I like that stuff. You should know that by now with all my old school references. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Go check it out. The free picks are boom posted. Props, a couple of them after a nice 10-3 monster day. We'll get for a couple of those in 1 minute. All right, let's do a quick little recap of yesterday's action. 2-4 in the video. I can't get the video on track here. 38-54 with our baseball in the video. Down 11.05. It's right there. I don't lie. You know, the video picks have not won. Premiums have won. 96-86 plus 13.03, 52.8%, plus 104 average bet size. Or average return, I should say, not bet size. That is just the odds on the baseball. 89-89 though on the P&P site. Slightly different than the sports gambling site because, you know, that's the way it is. I get some pushes. I get some double clicks. It happens. So there's that. Still a nice winning baseball season so far. NBA, 9 in a row in the video. We're down $50, 49-47 with Lakers getting done for us there. Hockey, we dropped Rangers puck line, 31-41 video plus $89. It is what it is. Today's games, and you know, as you see when we get to the player props, I got a couple games today. I got 3-pack up on the site. We got a couple games altogether. I wasn't really loving a lot of stuff today, but here we go. We'll start on ice. Nothing in the ice. Nuggets in the NBA minus the 3.5. Baseball. We got a couple games here. So we got Pittsburgh. You know, they're going for the old sweeperoonie, and I this was close to being I wanted to go run line with them. A couple close games in this series. Vince Velasquez is not a guy I love. I couldn't pull the trigger. It makes the video though because it does. I have to. You win 6 in a row. You're playing the Reds. Lost 5 in a row. I like Hunter Green a lot. Not much offense as much I was saying coming into the weekend that the Pirates were the fourth highest run total coming into the weekend. Couple close games. It is Vince Velasquez. Don't really love it. It fit my criteria. So I'm going to make a free pick. This is why the free picks are a little different record-wise than the premiums because I try to get some out here. People want to bet a lot of games. I try to help you out, but I tell you when I bet it. This one I did not bet. It was a close call. Jay's run line I did bet. I got a 115 and a 121 last night. It's a 123 now. Not loving Clark Schmidt. So give me some Jays action. Give me Miami. I said I kind of like Miami coming into this series versus Cleveland. The offense has scared me a little bit. But we have guys, when I see guys making a first start, we mentioned it the other day with who came back? Musgrove. I'm not really loving guys rolling in first kind of starts here. Like we have Bailey Ober today from Minnesota. Here for Miami, Logan Allen's like a first star kind of guy. Not loving it. We'll take the Marlins, little plus money there. And I like Luzardo. We had a Cy Young ticket on him a couple years ago with the A's. Hey, maybe this is the year. Oakland over to 7. Seems a little low considering Texas put up 20 last night and DeGrom's on the hill. But part of me actually wants to take Kyle Muller there with the A's. I kind of like that kick him over from Braves. Has not been good, though. Let's be honest. The A's team are exactly what we thought it would be, a bad team. run line last night. I think this Texas line opened at like a 130. It's like a 170 run line, 350 fave. I'm sure people being here money lining up Texas in a uh, money line parlay. I like the over. Texas is hitting the ball well. I got a bad team with the A's. Maybe the A's, it's DeGrom, and I like DeGrom. I'm not a lover of, I didn't love the contract. We talked about this with Tim. Like, you can't give this guy 35, 40 million for the Mets. Texas, you can because you're trying to prove something. I won't be shocked if he gives a couple runs here. 7, I'll go over the total because the A's are just a bad squad all around. And the Sox over 8. This was 8.5 last night when I did this for Picks and Parlays, a little free pick for Sunday. I don't know why it's come down. I mean, maybe people think Corbin Burns is a Cy Young guy. Has not pitched well this year. Had a start push back. Didn't pitch well towards the end of last season. His ERA is 4.7 right now. Bello's the guy, young kid, young star. I like him. I got a couple Bowman firsts of them. Yeah, sure. But hey, you got a 16 ERA right now. Milwaukee could hit a little bit. Let's go over the 8 in that matchup as well. And some player props. What is it? 605 for player props. I write these down because when you go to your favorite podcast channel, you see the description. I got the times up there for you. 106 and 155 plus 2330. That's what happens when you go 10-3, rocking out a nearly 1,400 in profits yesterday. Monster day. And we do have swings in our props. We do, because you have 10 and 3 days, you have 3 and 10 days. So that's why I say you could kind of go light on them. You don't get carried away even after big days like this. Today, as much as there are some things out there, and we'll talk about them. This is all I got today, because I think I'm not, as you see, I got the Jays run line. Bichette plus 190, high out of the 2-hole, but I think we're going to get guys on base here. Vladdy 155, Chapman 150, Kirk $2, Merrifield 240. As you know, I like to dip down in the lineup to find those plus $2 180 guys in this 6, 7, 8, 9 spots. Because if you have a bad pitcher, guys get on base. Your good hitters get a base hit, and all of a sudden, a bad pitcher will give up a hit to the guy who's usually not going to get hit. But Merrifield's a guy who's a 200 hit guy. I'll take a 240 on him. I like Kirk. There's a guy, Varsho, I think was a 180 in this spot. There's a lot of guys. I'm going to meet the lineup here and a little bottom order with Merrifield to drive one of these cats in. I love my Ribby props. They're all Ribbies. I thought about DJ for the Yanks. I think he was a plus a 180 or something like that. And Gleyber was a 175. I don't know. As much as the Yanks have, right? They've won every series. I didn't pull the trigger. I just didn't do it. I'm going Toronto heavy here. We'll see what happens. And one other that almost made it, believe it or not, Lane Thomas of the Nats. I almost threw out here. He was a plus 260. I almost threw Lane Thomas out here. I didn't though. But if someone asks, not that anybody's going to ask about more player props, because I don't even know if people love betting player props. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Hopefully you make a little bit off them. It kind of helps out if we're having a bad stretch of sides and totals. So put a little bit on the player prop action. All right, let's get to the comments. The link for the promo code 7-Day Steel 3120. Go get it, and the other links are in the description for the podcast. Early bird gets around. You know how we roll, Jess. You know how we roll. How can I purchase some pitch? Cash App. I don't think we do Cash App. I mean, Anton, are you on Twitter? You want some plays today? I mean, I'll throw out the plays for you. I don't take Cash App on the sites. I'm not. I know there's cats out there who are like, "Hey, Cash App me this." I'm an old school dude. I'm on sites. If you need some winners, message me Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. I'll give you what I got today. That's how I roll. Or you want to support the show? You go buy a shirt. Cash App shirt on wherever my shirts are. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Mike, what do you think about your Giants? I thought about looking at a little Met player prop action. I'm not a big Russ Stripling guy. He's just one of those middle guys come in. Hopefully you get 5 or 6 innings out of him. 7-1 NBA. You are crushing NBA, Michael. Michael N. Buena. We should just change your initials there to Michael N. B. A. 2-1 baseball. Cards homer to cover on. Yeah, I had Seattle yesterday. Cost me a big day. I had a couple totals. Texas run line was behind. Minnesota loser outright. What am I going to do with that one? But Seattle, I thought we were going to get that plus 140. Tough loss. Colorado, I had them on money line as well. Didn't get there. Orioles got there. But yeah, Seattle, 9th inning runs. They hurt. Groovy, I love the yellow wig on Twitter. You always sweep the board when you wear it. Yeah, Groovy, that's the Mr. Perfect outfit for Jesse Shule. He looks like the wig and the jumper. Nuggets minus 3.5 and extended line minus 13 plus 350. Minnesota's quit. I totally agree. Road teams up 3-0 in the first round and 12-4 in game 4. Yeah, it is. And yesterday, now I just had the Lakers, but play it back. You heard what I said about these games. Sixers to wrap it up. I thought Brooklyn, went for it. Tough loss the night before. Loser. Phoenix to take care of Clippers. Took care of business there. Miami, a little home play. Winner. And the Lakers. Those are the days. I get frustrated when I don't bet them. We always remember the winner you don't bet. Please. I'm sure there was plenty of times that we've had 0-4 days I put out here when I say sort of like something didn't bet it, but when they win, though, it hurts. Here's my guy, T Money. I was waiting for you to come in. I haven't seen you in a bit, T Money. Good to see you. Daily Best Bets T Money's in the house. Good to see our friend Lane Elliott is here. Good morning. I think I wear when I sweep the board. That's it. The old Mr. Perfect. Jays Aguirre, do not like the Yanks. Their player got being. Give me the Jays first 5. Again, Clark Schmidt's not a guy I want to. Is that where we want to bet the? Now the Yanks have won. It's just, I don't want Clark Schmidt at a plus 115. Now Gausman in the 130, 140 mark. He's been okay. I just think Toronto, and this is going back, and I say this, we liked our Cubs this year. We like Arizona to win. Toronto's a team we're high on. Tampa Bay. I think Toronto's going to take a step forward. They kind of scuffled out of the gate a little bit, right? A couple days. We see a lot of teams like this, 12-9, 11-10, 12-7. They're not really separating right now. Give me Gausman thinks the better pitcher. I think we got a better lineup. We're facing a worse pitcher. Blue Jays. Another NBA man, says Michael. Cavs first quarter and first half. You could be like that. You could come out with something. I'm still looking to 2 other games. Celtics over. Yeah, I mean, it's a bad loss. You're a defensive team. Now, we had the under in that game. And here it is again. It's come down, right? It was 211. It's 205 now. Continues to drop. It's a no play for me. Now, as a Jersey kind of guy, would I like to see the Knicks get a little better? No, I hate the Knicks. I never liked the Knicks. I was a Nets guy. Derek Coleman, Drazen Petrovic, But, yeah, I don't hate backing a team off of a bad loss. We say that a lot, right? I mean, here come the A's off an 18-point loss. We saw, this happen a lot. Come back, bounce back the next day. I think the under might still be in play, though. I mean, 2, listen, you're going to take 2 or you're going to take money line. Just take the money line there. Golden State, again, 7.5. I want to take the Kings here. Sign me up, Sacramento. Boston over, I can get behind, yes. And I'm already on Denver. Groovy's laughing. T-Money. Got the Cavs plus 350. T up after every quarter. Mixing with a little hockey props in the honor game, and that's really it for today. Over text game since the A's can't stop. The A's pitching is bad. I mean, no middle relief. It's the problem with this. I like the over. Is I sort of like Kyle Muller. I've mentioned him beginning. Like, oh, brave guy. Did we just bottle anything up from yesterday's explosion? But wow, I think the ground's going to give up a couple today. So I think my over is safe. Cavs up after every quarter. I don't hate it, right? Think they're going to win. Plus 350 is better than taking them on the money line at a plus 120 or whatever it is, 115. Mike, what do you got here? Giants Mets over. Yep, Stripling. I thought about the Mets player props. I just backed away. It's a Sunday night game. Now, do I like the Mets here? Yeah, I like the Mets. Lines come down. It's 115, 117. It's down to 105 area, 105-ish. You don't gotta, I'm not gonna just run to bed at the Sunday night prop. Get ready to move on to the next week. Lane says, "Went on the Oakland over And Marlins money line. How do you feel about the Stros at plus money today? I don't know about the Stros at plus money today. Maxie's back, right? He's missed the start, came back. Guys like that, when he's on, the dude he's a Cy Young guy. Yes or no? I mean, let's be honest. He's a Cy Young pitcher. And I say that, not that he's won Cy Young, but he's definitely a contender. I mean, he's excellent. But he pitches, came back, looked pretty good. Nothing's, what do you go, 4 or 5 innings last start? I tend to not want to jump on a guy back or even a second start like this, especially a really good guy. I don't want to do it. I mean, I like Christian Javier. I like the Stros. Still struggling. I mean, listen, we like Tucker. We like Yordi. Breggy's still not hitting. Page's not really hitting that well. Chase McCormick. Abreu. Can I see Fried coming in here and this game being a 3-1 game? Yeah, just no thanks on that one. No, thank you. And I could bet every single game, Lane. I could come in on every game and say I kind of like this, or this. Team I'll be throwing out some juicy tonight on the Wolves money line. Here we go. Wolves will win, Team Money. Here we go. Team Money. Wolves win outright. Stamp it, write it, lock it. I'll write that down too. Stamp it, write it, lock it. What time is this game today? That's a late game, 9:30. All right. Team Money. Michael says here, what we got? Reds first 5. I don't mind. This was a tough one. Like, I wanted to take the Reds today because it's Vince Velasquez. That being said, we've seen neither team hit lately. I think they got Hunter Green for a couple runs last time they played. And listen, I like Hunter Green. How many times? They had Ashcraft the other day. Him, Ladalo Green. I like this little staff here. 2-1, 4-2, 4-3. I mean, 8-0, 10-0 Tampa Bay. Scoring is a problem for them. But it's Vince Velasquez. I had to take the Pirates just cause we've won 6 in a row. Reds have lost 5 in a row. It's tough betting on losing teams. I say this every single day. I don't like betting on streaking losing teams. Whenever Rizzo and Donaldson want to run their mouth and fight people, they usually get drunk, waste on the same night. Give me the Jays. Donaldson is terrible. Hicks is terrible. Although Hicks has decent numbers versus Gassman. Rizzo's a decent. I just forget about that nonsense. Do you like Clark Schmidt? I don't like Clark Schmidt. I don't like him at plus 115 or 120. It's not worth me taking a Clark Schmidt play. That's not worth taking the Yanks at a plus 115, 120. Michael, I have no play at this point in Warriors game. I'm a fan. I don't want to get the money involved. Surprised how much money was on the Kings. People are going to bet the Kings. They're a good team. Again, I didn't bet it. Don't have to run to bet it. Give me Denver. Locking in with the Kings here. Having a good one. A little early show. We started a little sooner because I want to get a little Sugarland Space Cowboy in. Guerrero homer and Ribby props. What's his home run? I mean, the Ribby plus 155. I'll take shots. I don't like the home run props, Groovy. I know it's. I shouldn't say I know. Because I don't know if you take a Ribby and a run prop, would it pay off better than just a home run prop? I'm a meat and potatoes guy, so I just want doubles all day long and just keep the rolls turning. Guys rolling around the bases. Sunday baseball. Sunday baseball is good, King D. I'll tell you what, I love Wednesday and Thursday day baseball. That's my favorite. That's why I love baseball. It's my favorite sport. Vince says Braves money line. I don't hate it. I was just talking about Maxi Fried here on the hill. The guy's awesome. Now this is his second start back. Astros haven't really hit too much. Maybe an under in that game. You want to look at a little under in that game? I wouldn't hate. It's open that thing at 8.5. It's down to, I see some 8s out here now. Michael, if I had to make a play, it'd be Kings first half plus 4.5. Same thing. Lose like that, get come out with something. Dubs will be integrating 2 players back rotation. You know, I thought it would be that way, right? I said Warriors will kind of be close, maybe pull away late in that kind of game. So that's not like a terrible. They were in it, and then just got away from it at the end, which you sort of expected Golden State to win that game. I expect them to win that game, and I thought it would play that way. That's why I like the under in that game. I thought it would be kind of close. Golden State pull away, and that's it. But here, I think you get. I would lean towards the over a little bit in this one, believe it or not. Groovy says first basket goal Wiggins plus 950 bet. I can't do these bets, Groovy. I can't do the first basket bets. How many people, Groovy? You've been here long enough. How many times are people on when I'm doing look headlines on NFL football on Sunday? Like, I can't bet that. But what he's betting? The games are next week. I got to get ready for NBA first baskets tomorrow. Stop. I can't. 950 is a great payday. I get it. No, thank you. Maurice in the house. Good Sunday. I got the Blue Jays money line team total. I got the Blue Jays money line. Yes, team total over St. Louis against Flexion. I don't hate that one. Flexion has not pitched well. Cards hurt me yesterday. Had the run line there, late run there. They should be able to hit. Again, you have a nice little lineup here. A pitcher pitching bad. I don't hate it. What's it, 4.5? I don't even know what it is. Pirates money line, top 10 against righties. Reds bullpen on. Yes, it is. Hunter Green's a guy. I think he had 10 strikeouts the first time they faced they played these guys first year's year. I think he had 10 Ks. He went like 4 innings because he had 10 Ks. He gave up 3 runs. Yeah, strikes out a ton, the guy, but sometimes gives up hits. And they've won 6 in a row. How are we betting on a team that's lost 5 in a row? That gets to that 3 games, 4 games, ride the streaks. Unless, again, for me personally, Tampa Bay's won 4 in a row. Am I running a minus whatever they are today out of the gate, 175? No, I'm not running minus 1. Like a run line on something like that. So it gets a little tricky for me because I don't like doing money lines and they get high on these win streaks. And most times they're good teams, but I cannot bet the Reds losing 5 in a row. Hurricanes, money line 4-1 last 5 versus the Islanders. I had the Hurricanes yesterday, last game. They hurt me. I'm not coming back on today. They don't really love the ice today. Although I think Carolina should win this series. I've done first baskets for parlays, never win. Throwing the dice at bet. Hey, the payouts are crazy. Exactly. First baskets are, at least they're better odds than like the coin flip in the Super Bowl people like to bet on. And I've never bet the coin flip. Ever. No, thank you. No, thank you. The first baskets. No. Groovy says, how many times Andrew Wiggins got first basket this year? About 20? I'm rolling the dice. Has he? I don't even know. I can't even. I can't tell you the last time I've watched a basketball game from the tip. From start to finish. All right. Listen, I got the Pirates today because, again, no Reds. Losers of 5 in a row. Now, I did not bet this game because it's Vince Velasquez. Jays, I did bet. You see, I got him the player props as well. Marlins, again, didn't bet this one, but this was something I liked all series-wise against Cleveland. Worried about their pitching. We got a guy today, Logan Allen, making his first start. Again, either you come back from an injury, Bailey Ober come back first start kind of guy. Don't really love kind of do stuff like that. And as I said, we're talking about the Nats. I thought about taking Lane Thomas here as a ribby prop against the Twinkies. I think is Minnesota. Can they get swept here? Right? No way they get swept at home. Probably should have put the Nationals out here with Corbin plus $2. Give me the A's over 7. I think they're going to give up. They should probably give up at least 5 themselves. I think DeGrom's going to give up some runs here. Give me the over 7 here. Sox and Brew Crew over the 8. It's come down. I got an 8.5 last night. Bad number. It's 8. I think Burns is still hurt. Something wrong with him. Didn't pitch good last year. I don't think missing a start's going to help. Give me the over. Give me the over. And we got the Nuggets. And we got the Nuggets in the NBA. And then into baseball. When will we be diving into college football, NFL futures? Oh, not this soon. I like to bet ahead of time, but not April NFL futures. I usually jump into those usually around June. We're about a month away. And with NFL and especially colleges, I don't like the transfer. I gotta really that takes time to get into because I gotta follow where the coaches went, who's got new offensive coordinators, quarterback coaches. Like that's kind of important to me, or something that I look at least when doing college football. NFL. I mean, we could talk about futures. I'll pull them up. I mean, we might have some slow days coming up with the playoffs and off days and stuff like that, Maurice. But I'll get some printouts ready and I could just throw out some ideas there. But I won't dive into putting my money on NFL or college till June or July. You know, I don't get this far out very rarely. Uh, Not that I haven't in the past when I'm in the fan cave for the Super Bowl or March Madness. I might throw a couple hundred on a couple stupid things like that, but not this year. I haven't did not do anything. Uh, you like Kershaw at Wrigley today versus the Cubbies? Um, I kind of like the under a little bit. I don't like the Dodger lineup. I've said this before. Cubs are like a little scrappy bunch. Um, it's a no play because Stroman's. I don't hate Stroman, so he could come out and have a nice outing, a strong outing, I should say. It's a no play. Don't fall into the name group. He's like, oh, it's Kershaw and the Dodgers. Well, Kershaw's way past his greatness. Not that he gets roughed up all the time, but it's not a game I'm looking to bet. I would take the home dog before I take Kershaw. Here we go. Matthew's looking for a lock of the day. You're lucky, Matthew. I have it right here in my hand. It's in my drawer. Here's the lock of the day. I picked this up at what storage unit was this? I don't know. I think I got a storage place. That's a lot. Listen, Matthew, as a new guy here, there's no locks. There's games we like. There's games I like. I mean, on like what I have rolling across the board today, my favorite one here. Believe it or not, I like that Boston over a lot. I think Burns are gonna give up runs. The Red Sox hit. The Red Sox have no bullpen. Over the 8. I hate using the term lock. There's no such locks. There's no doubt routes, blank checks, whatever kind of fancy crap you're used to hearing. It's a strong play. I like it. Blue Jays run line max bet today. I don't know if it's a max bet play. I like the Blue Jays a lot because, hello, I mean, I have them. Here you go. Blue Jays run line plus 123. And every RBI prop today is in Toronto. Obviously, it's a strong game. I like it a lot. I mean, I'm expecting Toronto to score runs. So back to you, Matthew. You're looking for a game I really like. I got Blue Jays Ruby props all over the joint. So if you like the Jays, team total over, however you want to work. I don't really put team totals out in the chat, but obviously when I have 5 guys for RBIs, Jays. Vince, I agree with that over Brewers home day games go over, keep cashing. Yeah, they hit, and you're playing a team that gives up a bunch of runs. I mean, the Red Sox, not only are they one of the best offensive teams, I think they're, I can pull up the MLB standings in a minute here. Like the way they score runs, it's a team that a questionable starting pitcher, like their whole staff is questionable. You're going to go 5 innings. They've given up 116 runs. That's good for, well, I mean, the A's are just in another atmosphere with how bad they've been. A's, Colorado are 1-2. 3-4 is Kansas City White Sox, and number 5 worst pitching staff here, Boston Red Sox, runs allowed. And they scored 120 runs, which is third to Tampa 145 and Texas 134 because they just put up a 20 spot themselves. I mean, they scored 120 runs. I mean, they score runs. Yes. I mean, Michael, I don't bet hockey. Fred told me to bet the Lightning. They gave up game time goal, 30 seconds left, game winner OT. Oy, oy, oy. I sort of like the over in that game yesterday. They didn't play it. Yanks over 8.5. Baltimore under 8. Tampa Bay under 8. Atlanta under 8. Miz coming in with a hodgepodge of over-unders all over the place. So Yanks over. I don't hate because I think Clark Schmidt's going to get hit. So I agree. Baltimore over. You got Baltimore under. See, I don't know about this under here because I think Rodriguez Now, people came in here. Was it you, man? Someone was like, "Oh, the guy's a total bust." I'm like, I'm not ready to rule out rookie guys making their first, second, third, fifth start as busts, but I think he's going to get hit today. So, I mean, I don't know if I like that under eight. I see a 7.5s out here now as well. Tampa Bay under the eight. I like Eflin. Our guy Tim, he's got a Cy Young on Eflin. I like him. Giolito. I listen. That guy. What happened to him? What happened to Giolito? Atlanta under absolutely 100%. Kansas City over with Jordan Lawrence. Yes, I thought about this last night too, betting that over. I love Reed Detmers. We got a 50 to win a chunk of him on Cy Young, but so far not so good. Groovy says Stroman's a hot streak mentally until he has one bad game. Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt. I joke with the locks. I I don't play that game. I've been around way too long. And be like, it's a lock of the day. There's games we like. You just gotta. I feel when you throw out things like that, people are just gonna bet more than they usually bet. No bankroll management, no discipline. You can't do stuff like that and make money long term. You can't. I'm sorry. You know. So I would have that. We'll have we win, we lose. It's a grind. It's not like today is the lock of the day. We're making car payments. I don't ever throw crap like that out there. That's just not. That's not real. Anton, you're welcome. Thanks for popping in, fella. If I was mad, I'd be bet the Cavs money line, Wolves money line, and that worse is split. Again, see, I I can't agree. Like the Cavs, I could see winning. Minnesota to me looks like they've totally given up. I mean, they're not in any of these games. Now today they're going to come in like, hey, we're going to come in and play it. Nah, T Money. Nope. Keep it a classy. You know how we roll, Lex. A lot of class, baby. This is going to be a good baseball year, says T Money. A lot of teams who missed the playoffs the last few years being there, including the Cubs and Pirates. Now, I was doing a show at Hand, and she's really high on the Pirates. She's a Pittsburgh gal. I get it. I need a little more than a month. I need a little more than a month to see how these teams. Now, Cubs we like a lot. Cubbies, absolutely. Pirates, I don't know. You can't roll out Rich Hill and Vince Velasquez and think you're a playoff team. I don't care. I'll be wrong. I'll be wrong. Um, remember this day at 12:24. I'm saying Rich Hill and Vince Velasquez don't take teams to playoffs. Groovy says last weekend all the dogs won the NBA. Do all the favorites win today? Dad, can't do that, bro. Don't unless you had every dog last time. No, you can't bet all the faves today. And I don't like all the faves. I think the Cavaliers win. I think the Kings can cover. I think Denver wins. I think Minnesota is absolutely done and has quit on the season. Strong lean, absolutely. Not even strong lean. It's a bet. It's strong. I like it a lot. Yes. It's just I don't know that term. It's just thrown out there a lot. Now, Matthew, I'm going to tell you when football season comes around, I'll have a strong lock where it'll be my 10 star, be my top play. A little different than baseball. Baseball more of a flat kind of bet everything the same. I bet a lot of games. We have dogs. We have run lines, a lot of plus money kind of stuff. We are 96 and 86 plus 13 honey, and that's only about 53, just about 53%, 52.8%. Football's a little easier to come out and be like, this is my strongest game. It's just different. It's just the way it is. But again, as I said, Brewer over. Really like it a lot. Toronto. I got 5 Ruby props today on them. So yeah, I think that game's probably obviously gonna go over. Toronto's gonna score some runs. That's a run line kind of play. So that would be my strongest, I guess. Maurice, what do you think about the D-backs and Marlins to make the playoffs? 3. Yeah, I like the D-backs. I got D-backs over. Marlins, I need a little more on Miami because of the bats. I like the pitching, but the bats are killing me. I need some offense. You need to score some runs. You can't hold everybody down to 2-1 every game. Lock it out to King. Late night money. I'll do a late night money. I know I've been bad with the late night monies. We had a lot going on, and then I was gonna do it. And I got kids, so sometimes things come up at night. My son had a thing the other night. Yesterday was fishing with the boys till around 9:00. I'm gonna bring the late night money back. I am. So that's why I just say keep the notification on. I'm gonna try to get more synced into it every night. So I do apologize for that. And now that's a nice short show. We come in, we run down all the games. We give thoughts out on all the baseball games. So yeah, it'll be back. It'll be back. Okay, notification bells on for late night money wherever you're watching. They're the player props again. Bichette, Vladdy, Chapman, Kirk, Merrifield. Need some runs here out of Toronto because they're on the run line as well. Pirates, Marlins joining the cause. A's over, Sox over, Nuggets in the NBA. And that's a wrap. I'm off to Sugarland to get my bobblehead. That's how we rolled. Bobblehead Sunday. Gates open 12:30. And it's like Sunday, so kids get to go on the field. So it's going to be a zoo. I got to get over the got to push those kids out of the way, make sure I get my bobblehead. I'm down for midnight money. It's more. Yeah, I know Jesse likes the late show. He's waking up, having coffee and bacon and eggs. No positive. No, I get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But listen, I got apologize because I say I'm going to do something. I don't do it. It's that looks bad. A lot of people come in and be like, "Oh, you should be doing a show." They don't know. You've been watching for a year. You saw things transpire with family and stuff like that. So it happens, and I like doing a show. Let's be honest. I enjoy it. So, Michael, you have a great day. Also, I'm out of here. Good luck, everybody.